I'll talk to someone new and they'll be passionate about some subject, and I just want to keep them talking about that subject because you see their face light up.
Yeah.
They're just like constantly smiling while they're talking about that topic, and you just see them at the at such a the best light.
Sharing what you love to somebody and then realizing that they accept who you are for it is one of the greatest feeling ever. So that's why when someone shares me with their passion, I listen closely and I smile. I'm like, you do you, man. Even if I not say don't care is not the right word. Like even if I don't understand anything, I'm like, yeah, just let him talk. It's
there's something it's just that you're just drawn to them.
Yeah.
Because they're in that moment, they're like shining.
Yeah.
My name is Newsha Dehghani, and this is my story.
Hello, storytellers. Welcome to another episode of Tales to Tell, a storytelling podcast focused on the stories that matters the most, your stories. Every episode, guests from all walks of life join us to share the journeys that define them, the people who impacted them, and anything else that is important to them. Some of the stories may put a smile on your face, while others could make you shed a tear or two. But above all, we hope that listening to these stories can positively impact you in any shape or form, even just a little. This episode, I have the pleasure of welcoming one of my longtime friends, Newsha Dehghani.
I'm glad to be here, man.
So pop quiz, I did the math just before we started. Do you know how long we've known each other? Without doing math right away. Like this.
Wow. I want to say 15 years.
Almost 16.
16.
You almost got it.
Wow.
Good job.
Yeah.
So I think for this first season, you're the
longest we've known.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow.
I'm sorry.
Nice.
Thank you so much for coming. This has been a really hard to schedule because you're such a busy man.
No, finally I'm like,
yeah,
it's quiet now at work, so yeah.
Is it quiet now? It's still the first week of
we have some random busy days, but December was crazy.
Okay. Well, speaking of busy days, so just a quick intro of on my friend here. What's your title? You're owner?
Yeah, me and my dad, half.
Okay, so we got co-owner of the restaurant franchise.
Yeah, the franchise,
of the restaurant franchise Notre-Boeuf de Grace. 7 restaurants.
So no, we're to be specific, we're the franchisees for these 2 locations, Notre-Boeuf de Grace, Saint-Laurent, and Pigeon Cafe, Saint-Laurent.
Okay, but you don't own the
no.
Okay.
No, that's
so
too much work. 2 restaurants is enough.
Okay, well, hardcore boulderer.
Yes.
You're crazy, madman. Pianist and composer. What else? That's any hidden titles?
No. I think I wouldn't know. I had my martial arts days, but
yeah, I was gonna ask you. I was not sure what I was like. Oh, is that still a thing? Okay,
I haven't practiced in long, but we'll get
to that. Yes. You know how this works. We'll get to that. Okay, well, Newsha, what's your story?
Oh wow, 5'5", receding hairline. I'm married. It's been
finally.
Yeah. It took us pretty much 12 years, 11 to 12 years to make the decision to get married. We've been together 13 years total though.
I don't know if you remember this. Like the first time I've seen you and Em for the first time, I'm like, oh yeah, this is done. Just marry her.
It was pretty much love at first sight. I didn't think it was true. I thought it was just something in movies or anime, but it was pretty much love at first sight. Yeah, I was shocked. Now it's been 13 years I'm with her. We're happy, man.
I can tell.
Thanks, man.
Since day one, like I said.
She goes bouldering with me.
I know this.
Yeah.
You bouldering family.
Yeah. No, I don't know where to start with.
Well, start childhood.
Yeah,
childhood. It's the easier part, yeah.
Okay. When I was a kid, where did I live? I lived in DDO. What did I do? Yeah. I liked biking. I liked sports from a young age.
Yeah. Okay. I was gonna ask you, like, what were your passions when you were young?
Yeah, definitely sports. Any sports, team sports or individual ones. Always played soccer and basketball. And
Were you in a soccer team in high school?
Yes,
Yeah.
which did terribly. The soccer
you did
team,
terribly, or the team?
The team, yeah.
Yeah, don't blame the team, not me.
We were all terrible. I can't even say like the team sucked and I was good or something. We were just all really bad.
Damn. Okay.
Like,
but because I've known you since the second year of high school, because I was an exchange student. Were you still in there by then? Or?
I was there since Sec 1. Yeah, actually.
No, I meant in the soccer team.
Oh, in the soccer team? I did 1 year in the soccer team, 1 year in the basketball team. The rest of the time I was just focused on martial arts.
Okay.
Yeah, but which was outside of school though.
Okay, so always a sports/active guy since a young age.
Yeah, I'd say sports from as soon as I could like play with a ball. Piano started when I was 9 years old though.
Why?
Because I played. Oh wait, actually, I played the violin before that for like 3
What?
years. Yeah,
I did not know that. There you go.
I did 3 years of violin, but I hated it, and I think my parents hated it too because it's really annoying, especially when
Like in the house.
Yeah.
But did they make you do it because we need
Yeah,
to
they're
play
like,
this instrument?
do an instrument.
Okay.
And I played the violin. I was pretty good, I thought,
Uh-huh.
but then I played the piano, and that was like right away. I just love the piano.
Any particular reason why you switched to the piano versus other instruments?
Oh, a family friend of ours. Her name is Sheida Karachedari. She's an amazing pianist and piano teacher. I used to do Persian school on Saturdays. So it's like one of those Saturday schools. And the Persian community just gets together on those Saturdays. Mm-hmm. And she was there basically pitching her piano classes to the Persian community. And my parents were like, okay, you know what? You're doing violin, but like try piano. And
Secret is like,
they wanted me to ditch the violin. I tried a piano with Nima. So my brother, he's just a year older than me. We both started taking piano classes from then. We ditched he ditched the guitar actually from that moment, and I ditched the violin. And
no strings family.
Yeah, exactly. Well, it is still strings, but percussion strings, right? I think I stuck with the piano. My brother just ended up realizing I think he just doesn't like instruments. Mm-hmm. He likes playing video games more. And like he still plays a lot of video games, and I'm trying to join him soon. As soon as GTA 6 comes out, we'll see what happens with that. I have questions for you after about that.
I'm not looking at GTA 6 for the record.
Where was I? Yeah, piano since the age of 9.
Okay, and then why'd you pick up martial arts?
Martial arts, I started when I was 6 years old. It was judo in school. Okay. So it was like extracurricular after school.
Was it IMP?
IMP. So 6 years old, first grade, basically. Yeah, first grade.
Yeah, and for listener, IMP is Académie Michel Provost is the school that we both went to. Well, me for high school, and you went for both high school and
crazy
school.
11 years of my life there, man. That's nuts. Most people just do like the 6 years in one elementary school and then another 5 years in some random different high school. But I don't know. Me and my brothers just 11 years in the same place. All the staff knew us, all the higher ups.
Because it's a small school.
Yeah, and it's really small, like two classes.
I always found this fascinating because like usually like if the principal knows you, it's because you're a bad kid, whatever. But she knew me because I had good grades. I was like, this is weird. This is weird. Like, why does she know my name?
They even know everyone's grades and all. Yeah. I was like, kind of special in that way, right?
Yeah. No. Yeah. Well, it's. Talking to our friends, like a lot of them would say, I hated high school days, blah blah, for X reasons, like which I get, like because usually high school is like it's before you do actually what you want to do, that kind of thing.
Right.
But I liked it, right? It was cozy. Like, I think that's good word, cozy. Like, but like if there was any rumors, everybody knew. Like, any grades knew. But I really liked the coziness of like our group. We were busy together. Most of the time because we were only 2 classes.
That's it.
And even more so, and I think starting from it's like 4 or 5 where they split into
the enrichi stuff.
The advanced. That's when we were even more together.
Yeah.
I don't know. We knew the teachers because a lot of teachers came back for higher grades and stuff. And I don't know. I found it easier from my perspective. I think it was easier in the sense that I knew their teaching style, and from their perspective, I think they knew how we
like to be taught, basically. Right.
And our attitude and so on and so forth. So I and obviously. That's where I met you. That's where I met like some of my longtime friends. I met them there. So
That's it.
I can't shit on that school. I had good time.
Yeah, no, they did a good job with it.
Yeah.
And our group was so. I find our schools cool because like, not because the school did this, but our group, we were like the nerds.
The Geek Squad.
The Geek Squad, yeah, we were the Geek Squad, but like we were just so many that we ended up being the cool kids anyway. We were just like
we were always in the library.
Yeah,
like, we were such losers. We were all, but we were not studying. We were there to chit chat,
just mess around.
Okay, sometimes we would do our last minute homework.
Yeah,
and then we got Monsieur Lafleur. That's his name, the library guy. Like he was always like, "Hey, shut up." But there were so many of us. I'm pretty sure he never got the same amount of people after we graduated.
It's like his home. He had his like very soft classical music playing. Every time you'd walk in, you'd just hear it, and he's always there. It's the only place he is.
I don't think he works there anymore, by the way.
Really?
Yeah. Me and some of the gang, we visited the school last summer, I think, and a bunch of them.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to visit.
You should go. The teacher recognized us. You know?
Oh, for sure. We just get like as many of the Geek Squad together, and we go.
Okay. We should have invited you because it was me. Mario, Lucas.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, it was me, Mario, and Lucas. Yeah, we invited Sebastian, but he was busy that day.
Next time. Yeah. I'd be so down to go.
Yeah. Because I was like, okay, well, this is because Mario just have his kid. Lucas just came. By the way,
excuse me, he has a kid. I didn't know.
He has a kid.
Nice.
Almost 1 year old.
That's so
almost
sweet.
1 year old. And Lucas just came back from France. So both of them were not working, and me, either I was free that day, because me was pretty. I can easily take a day off. So I was like, guys, it's now or never, because otherwise because we have to go during work hours, obviously, because our teachers would be gone, so we had to finally. I was like, guys, it's now or never. So we went and said hi. I think it was like, I think it was like, plus it's like 15 year anniversary, something like that. But like it was an anniversary. That I was like, let's say hi to everybody. Yeah.
How's it work though when you go and visit school? Do they is there a specific time that they let you go in, like time slot, or you could just really?
What's fun? When we went in, they're like, we went to see the reception. They're like, okay, do you have like a reference, like a teacher here that could like prove that they could say that you were here, right? And we're like, okay, we didn't tell it because I think you're. Yeah. I don't think you're supposed to, but I think like you would at least like tell one of the teacher in advance you're coming. So we were like, I don't know who's working here today, because I think it was exams periods too. And we arrived around lunchtime because we wanted to be at lunchtime because teacher would be at lunch.
That makes sense.
But we didn't think about like because it was exam period, the lunchtime was a little bit weird.
Décalé or whatever.
Yeah. But one of I forget how they call it, surveillance. The
invigilators.
Invigilators, yeah. When I met you remember her?
Yes.
She noticed us, and then she's like, and she told the receptionist like, "Yeah, don't worry, these
they
are like
came, they used to study." Yeah. Nuts.
Yeah, and then we went up, and again, we didn't know it was exams, so we were supposed to be quiet, and then we were just walking, and then people heard us, and like two of the teachers recognized, I was like, we're super happy to see you, but STFU, go into this room. So we're inside this classroom.
They're all stressed.
We're door closed, and then like basically one on one, they all came in to say hi while
sweet.
they were doing exams. Yeah, so that was pretty funny.
Yeah.
And it was great to see them, and honestly, they haven't changed. I don't think I've changed that much. Like look wise, I don't think I've changed.
Little bit. You're much more. Well, you lost some weight, that's for sure.
Oh yes, I did.
Yeah, you lost some weight,
I did.
and you look more well kept, I guess.
Not as much as you though.
No, yeah, you look good, man.
No, and especially in career wise, like I always followed the same thing that I want to do. So I think I've changed. Anyways, enough about me. High school. Do you remember?
Yeah.
Do you remember your first impression of me? Because I was an exchange student, so I get a lot of attention.
Oh,
in a sense.
I
don't think we talked that much on year one.
Yeah.
No, I don't think we talked for the first few months until me and Nathan. You remember? We got you into the anime thing.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you remember before.
Yeah.
Do you remember anything?
Before that, I don't think we talked much except for like. I remember you were one of the smart kids. I had good grades. You had good grades.
I don't think, not in the first year though. I don't think so.
Oh, really?
Because I think, it was new environment for me, zero friends from the start. So I think I was, also the schedule was a little bit different. And so I was like,
you were really like trying to get.
Yeah. I had decent grades, but I was not like top tier, like in Sec 4, Sec 5.
Yeah. Then I remember like we used to basically, our group, we just study everything together.
I didn't study
on like
that much,
MSN, I want to say.
MSN. Were we still in MSN? No way. I think we switched to Facebook.
No. Well, yeah, there was Facebook and MSN at the same time. Because I remember in Cégep, I was still messaging some people in MSN for a bit.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Has it been that? I don't know. Oh, shit.
Yeah, crazy, dude.
Okay, you don't remember? Me, obviously, it's my intro to you is the famous "My voice has changed" speech.
That was so funny. I completely forgot about that. Was
Really?
that in Sec 1? Or
No, it was Sec 2.
Sec 2? Yeah.
No, because I joined as an exchange student in the second year of high school, and was it an English class?
No, I said it in French. Ma voix a changé.
Okay, whatever first class it was, like I don't know why. Like I think they went to everybody, asked, "Oh, what'd you do this summer?" Whatever. What happened during the summer? And you was ma voix changé. I was like, okay.
That's so good.
And plus, you were one of the more hairy guys.
Yeah.
You know? Again, Sec 2, second year of high school. Like
you were about mustache.
Yeah, basically like this. Okay, a little bit less, but basically this. You were one of the first that had already did the growth spurt.
Yeah.
I'm like, wow.
Yeah, crazy. Yeah, there was like a couple of us that had like full on mustaches in Sec 2, pretty much.
Yeah, so I remember this very sporty person. I noticed you. Oh, also like one thing you always did was you always sat straight. Like you were
always,
sat straight. I think it comes. I'm guessing it comes from martial art things.
Yeah.
You always sat straight and you feel like the student that is good at sports and also smart. That was my first impression of you.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember we do horse stance a lot in martial arts, and like you had to have your back and shoulders back, and you had to put all so much. There was so much like strength in your legs. Yeah, and you were so grounded and all.
Yeah,
I helped with posture.
It was symbolic to me to see how you were riding. I was like, how is he riding like this? It's I know it's the thing to do. But watching you do it, I was like, damn, like this guy is like by the books, like these.
I write in cursive too, which they taught me in elementary school at Académie Michel Provost. They like forced us to learn cursive and write in cursive for all our dictée, rédaction, and all that. Huh. And then I went into high school, still in the same school, but all the people from other schools came, and I was one of the only ones still writing in cursive. Everyone else was writing in détaché. I'm like, why'd they make us learn cursive? Like it was something everyone would be doing. And then I was weird.
Yeah, I was laughing, but also I think they also taught us to do that in elementary school, but I don't think it was ever enforced in the sense like, oh, you don't have to write like this forever. I think it's more like to learn how to read it.
Oh, okay.
Because some people would write like this, right?
Yeah.
Me personally, I find it like, I don't know, something too zigzaggy, and you wouldn't understand when you're writing. So I prefer writing.
It's a lot clearer if you write in détaché. Yeah.
Yeah.
I try and be as
block.
clear
I
as
think
possible.
we call it block letters.
In English, right?
English,
yeah, block letters.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm stuck with cursive.
Yeah.
I try and make it clear, but.
Anyways, this is getting random. Okay, so martial arts. Can you talk to me about that? Because that was a big part of high school.
In high school,
well, from my perspective, because you were the martial arts guy.
Right.
I don't know if you remember. You even did a
Gala sportif. I think it was in Sec 4.
Yeah, you did a showcase in one of our sports events at school, and I was one. Well,
you were one of
the volunteers, being
volunteers,
like the how do you call the people that's.
I guess not a prop, but like
we basically a prop.
Yeah,
you can say it.
Yeah, so I had my friend Sasong at the end holding a wooden board, and people kept telling me that it was cut in the middle so that it's easy to break, but it isn't. And I know there's some schools that do that, but
you should have showed them.
I wish I had a teacher come and take the board and try and break it. That would have been the smart thing to do, but
I did not know that people were doubting you.
Yeah, Monsieur Côté. Like afterwards, like the next class I had with him, he's like, "Oh yeah, but it was like split in the middle, right?" I'm like, "No, what do you mean?" It took me 2 tries to break it actually, because the first time I missed and I hit my friend Sasong's hand.
Oh, I think I remember that.
But yeah, so I had you and 9 people.
Basically, the Geek Squad was there.
The whole Geek Squad, 9 or 10 people on the ground in like a little ball stuck to each other.
Yeah.
And I did a flying side kick with a pretty good running start. And the first time
for people because this is an audio podcast, for people that want to imagine my guys in Naruto's his dynamic kick. It was basically what he did. Google that dynamic kick from my guy from Naruto. It's basically what he did. Right?
Yeah, pretty much, exactly. Wow. Yeah, it was cool. It was I think it's one of the highlights of my high school.
But talk to me about martial art. I was like, what is because not only was something that you practice like obviously like a lot, but I think I felt that it was part of you like as a person, like mentality wise and stuff. Like 100%. You will often quote from Bruce Lee, for example. Yeah. So talk to me about that. Like how did martial arts like.
I'd say so it started with the judo. I did a few years of that, and I definitely liked it. That one was it's no
and was that another parents you need to do this thing, or did you volunteer to?
No, so Académie Michel Provost gave us
right.
Yeah, they gave us that pamphlet, and there was all kinds of different extracurriculars you could do. And one of the ones I did was chess, which I could talk about later too. I just realized it was a big part of my life.
I don't remember you were in chess club. I was in the chess club too.
In elementary school?
Oh, okay.
No. Yeah, it's true.
I was in a high school chess club at IMP.
Oh, yeah. Really?
Yeah. I was in there for 1 year. Dion was in there too.
Yeah.
He's too good.
He's really good, huh?
He's good at everything.
I feel like I played against him once. I'm sure he's really good right now.
He was because they split us into like advanced and I forgot what was the other level.
Débutant or
I don't think it was. I think
intermédiaire.
It was something like that. I was in that one, I think.
Intermediate. Okay.
I think Dion was in there, but he was top, so he was playing against advanced people or something like that. Like. Double check with him. I don't want to assume.
Yeah, I'll ask him what his rank was because we get rankings every year. I forget exactly, but you get your ranks.
Okay, well, we were not doing tournaments. At least not in my case. So I never had a rank. I was in there. It was not my top pick. Yeah. I wanted something else, but I like chess. I'll go in there. I played.
Did you guys do it during like right after lunch?
No, it was one of those things where, remember there was one period, I think once per week, where it was like, oh, it's whatever activity you chose you want to do.
Oh, I remember now. Yeah.
But later on in Sec 4, Sec 5, we chose to take computer and movie class so we can work on homework. Fucking losers.
Yeah. I remember now.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, those classes.
But I think Sec 3 I was in chess, something like that. But
Chess is, yeah.
That was so funny because Charles was in there. Remember Charles?
Turnbull?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was one of the best players. I think he won a trophy. And as soon as he got the trophy, he fucking threw it in the garage.
He's so funny, man. I remember he was really good at hockey.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry, we're derivating again. So
we're like catching.
Yeah, we're catching up.
Where was I? Oh yeah, I'll talk about chess later because that took a big part of my life. But after judo, I did quite a bit of jiu-jitsu actually, and Muay Thai, which a lot of people don't know of because I think most of my friends met me when I was doing taekwondo.
Yes.
And that's when I think taekwondo was my favorite out of the four martial arts.
You think your username and PSN and stuff? It's I'm not gonna say. Okay, I didn't want to say it out loud.
Yeah. No, taekwondo was my favorite. It was very flashy kicks. It was probably not the most useful for street fighting. Especially the version that they teach us in North America. Over here, it's more sport related. So in the Olympics, they have taekwondo, and it's points. You get points for hitting someone on like the sides here, or like on the head, on the sides, for example. Real taekwondo is
just for the listeners. He was pointing at his ribs.
On your basically on each side of your obliques here, or like on the abs, on the sides of your head. Yeah, you get points depending on various things. So it's more of a sport versus a self-defense mechanism, which in Korea, for example, they kind of focus on both. Either you could do the more sport version. Yeah, so I did the more sport version where you're just doing flashy kicks, and we do 360 degree, 540 degree, or 720 degree spins and kicking boards, for example. And I fell in love. I felt like an anime character doing that. Yeah,
but it's funny you say that because I don't think your anime fandom started before we met.
Well, that's the thing. So I did all these martial arts. They were fun to me as martial arts, and just being, I don't know, like toughening up your character. And then I started watching anime in Sec 3, I think.
I think it was 2, but
Sec 2 or 3.
I could be wrong.
And it was all grâce à toi.
All because of me.
Oh, thanks to you, yeah.
I don't even know how I got you in it. I don't remember.
Pretty sure it was Naruto.
Sasuke dies.
Sasuke dies.
That was a joke. Me and Nathan, we were like, because he was not up to date, so we just, every time we just come whisper to Newsha, like, Sasuke dies.
I don't know why you guys were always up to date, because you guys would watch it like the morning of the episode.
No.
I don't get it, but
no, because that was fake spoilers. We were giving you fake spoilers because I by then I don't think they even reached the war arc yet. Like it was really early on. Like, but we were just like trying to make fun of like tease you like, oh yeah, Sasuke dies.
No, it was good.
I remember when I understood when I understood okay, he's really in is when you freaking finish the entire Bleach in like 2 days or something.
Yeah, I felt like 2-3 days. Yeah, all 300 something episodes.
I remember you just came. You started like, this is really cool, and then like I think within the same week you're like, oh yeah, I finished it. I'm like, what do you mean you finished it? It
was so good. I didn't get any sleep. I got zero sleep. Yeah,
that is surprising coming from someone who's like seems really like by the books. You know,
I was
good old kid.
You were a bad influence then.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Nah, I'm kidding. My grades were still good. I was still doing all my extracurriculars.
Anyways, going back to TKD.
TKD was, yeah, I think that was the flashiest one, the funnest one, and the community also was the funnest to meet. All the other kids and even the adults that were doing taekwondo at the same time with me in those classes, they were group classes, were just so cool. I loved every moment with them. I think that if I do start doing martial arts again, I would start with taekwondo, because that was
Why'd you stop?
my love. I stopped because I started doing bodybuilding and powerlifting in university. In CEGEP, I basically took a break from any real sports. I was just like focused on school because those 2 years were the 2 years that would decide. Well, everyone made it seem so important. Like those 2 years, you gotta make sure you have and they were kind of right. Your grades had to be like as high as possible because your R score depended on your grade versus the classes, which isn't like the GPA in university. And because your GPA just depended on your score, doesn't matter, like there's no formula involved. So that's yeah, the standard deviation between your grade and the classes and all mattered, and that hurts because I still ended up having a good R score, but it just sucked. I remember, for example, I'd have a class where I'd have 95%, but the class's grade average was, I don't know, sometimes it would be really low, even like in the 70s, the average. But because those students didn't do well in high school, and that's put into the formula to
Oh, really? High school counts too?
Really, it does. Yeah. If those students in your class didn't do well in high school, your R score would be affected. So you could have a crazy standard deviation difference, and you'd still have a low R score, like 30 or 31, for example, where you'd expect to have 34, 35 or something for that kind of gap. I didn't like that system. It kind of demotivated me. I remember. Yeah. So I liked GPAs better because you'd get 80, you knew exactly what your letter grade would be, and so on.
So that was the main reason you stopped?
Yeah, I took CEGEP very seriously.
Yeah. And I guess I was gonna transition because aside from the Taekwondo thing in high school, like it seemed like your trajectory, you were heading into something science related.
Yeah.
Which I think you did. You went to health science and
health science,
right? You said you got high scores. Where'd you go at university?
I went into kinesiology at McGill.
Okay.
Yeah, and I got my bachelor's in it.
Okay.
I'm just never gonna use that bachelor's degree.
So what happened?
What happened was in university I started working at Notre-Boeuf de Grace when we opened it in 2017. Yeah, I was part-time server and bartender and full-time kinesiology. And then I realized maybe
full-time student, or you mean like you actually started?
Yeah, full-time student in university.
Okay.
And what happened was I think a year or a year and a half into kinesiology, I realized that I liked kinesiology a lot just to study it. I don't want to actually work in the field, because kinesiology is essentially physical therapy on the athletic side. And I've been an athlete my whole life. I did all these sports. I'm like, this just makes sense. It's sciences. It's like sports science is the easiest way to put it. So it's everything I am in one. But that's it. It's always been for myself, the sports. And now I was doing kinesiology, and I realized I don't want to do kinesiology to become a kinesiologist to make it like my job. I really just like sports for myself. I don't really care to make money off of it. That's the thing. Well, that sports and music are a very selfish thing for me. So I'm like, I don't really want to do it as a job. Like,
And that was a year and a half in, you said?
A year and a half in. So I had decided at that moment, and I realized that the family business is doing really well, which is the restaurant.
Yeah.
We only had Notre-Boeuf de Grace at the time. Pigeon Cafe happened just 2 years ago. And I realized I was starting to take in more managerial responsibilities, taking care of
because you wanted to, or
scheduling.
because you just had to because of short staff and it's family business?
I wanted to. At that point,
Okay.
I realized it was a lot of fun. I saw the money coming in, and I'll be honest, like I think that making a lot of money is pretty important too.
Yeah.
So I saw that the family business was doing well, and it was just gonna keep doing better. COVID happened later. That's another topic. But at that time, I had no idea that COVID would happen. So, yeah.
If you have an idea, okay, yeah.
I probably would have done something else. Probably still not kinesiology as a career, but a year and a half into my studies, I decided, okay, I'll finish my bachelor's in another year and a half or so, right? And however, I would stick to the family business, and
just in case, or what was the motivation behind it?
I'm a completionist.
Okay.
If I start something and I've paid like thousands of dollars already, I'm gonna finish it. And I did. So now I have a bachelor's, but I likely will never use it.
I'm not saying this will ever happen, but
Yeah.
for some reason you cannot do the business thing anymore, the restaurant business anymore. Do you see yourself using that degree and actually getting back into sports science in any shape or form?
I probably no, I don't see myself doing it as a career. Yeah, because at this point I know how to run a business, and I even know how to run several businesses. I've done two. I'm doing two now, but I know how to go about doing 3 or 4 or 5 even. So let's say I sell the restaurants and I want to open, for example, a climbing gym. I would know most of the information I need to know already. There's just some little bit of like little details I need to know specifically to running a climbing gym that I need to learn. That's
He's gonna
it.
do it.
Yeah.
You got it first. He's gonna do it. I see in his face. He's gonna do it.
100%. I don't know in how many years from now, but I don't think I'll be running restaurants anymore if I do get into the climbing gym business. But that would be a passion of mine. Running the restaurant is only fun to me, but it's not a passion. It's definitely for the financial side of it. I'm really in it for the money in order to help me do what I want to do later. I'm still doing what I love. I'm climbing all the time, as you can see in my videos. I'm playing the piano once or twice a week just to keep myself up to date.
But again, you can still go back to those passions, but you can't go back to TKD because you started different training regimen. Is that what I'm trying to understand?
Oh, Taekwondo. Well, you know what? Climbing. The why I wouldn't go back to Taekwondo is I'm just in love with climbing.
Damn, more than martial arts?
100%.
Wow.
Yeah. If I knew that climbing was a thing in high school and all that, I think that I would have just stuck to climbing and never done any other sport in my life.
Okay, and how did that start?
It started with my best friend Greg mentioned bouldering to me. So the version of climbing that I'm really in love with is called bouldering. There's 3 different main types of climbing: bouldering, top rope, and lead climbing. Bouldering is when you don't have a rope on you or any harness, and the walls are typically 15 feet tall, and there's a problem for you to climb, and
there's a problem.
Yeah, so the boulder problem, and there's different grades for it, and they have these little stickers on the first holds of the problem that you have to have like 3 or 4 limbs on to start. Once you hold those holds, you have to make yourself to the top hold. You have to find a way to do it without touching any holds from another color boulder around it. So let's say that boulder problem has only red holds. you can only use those holds.
Fascinating. I fascinating that you call it the community called it prong. It's like a puzzle. It's like
it is definitely a puzzle.
So it's a mind thing. It's also a physical thing.
Yes.
Like from my perspective, when I watch not just your videos, but also M's videos, is your videos too. I'm like, you guys make it look so easy. But I know it's not easy. I know it's not easy. But you guys make it so easy, and I know it's supposed to be hard. When I see the comments, I'm like, oh my god, you reached that X and X. I'm like, okay, I guess this is impressive.
It's all those chess days and all that math days and stuff helped us get into the puzzle solving side of bouldering. Bouldering's so mental. There's so much. It's such a puzzle. Some of these problems are more complex than they are physical to solve. A lot of the times, your physical ability is not really that important as long as you know the proper technique to use and what body positioning to put yourself in to actually solve the problem. It's like a Rubik's Cube, but on the wall. It's really cool. So you have it doesn't matter if you're a kid, you're a guy, you're a girl, how old you are. Sometimes it's just about your problem solving abilities that will make it so that you can actually finish a problem or not. I love this sport for that. You can't just be a caveman like gym bro and make your way up all the time.
Yeah, maybe it's just my entourage, but like I find that that's one of the physical activities that gets shared the most, that gets recorded the most.
Probably. I wouldn't be surprised. It's very it's very appealing to the eyes. Yeah, everything's super colorful, and the moves we do.
I didn't think about this one, but yes.
It's great. I honestly wish I started climbing when I was in elementary school. It's it has taken my thoughts throughout the day.
I've noticed. It started at some point. We just keep posting every single day.
Every day, yeah.
I'm like, damn. He's like, and like I jokingly text you. I was like, and also the production quality of these videos are going up.
I'm getting better at editing them. And they're I just love bouldering. I'm pretty sure this is my passion for the rest of my life.
Damn.
So kind of like video games is for you. Well, is it still actually?
Is it?
Yeah, I should ask. Yeah.
It's still, yes.
It is. Yeah. So I finally found mine, man. I'm happy to.
Which is like I think it goes back to what you said about you being a completionist, and I didn't say this before, but also I find that you're one of those people that when you're into something, you do it, like you put your heart into it, right? Whether it's piano, taekwondo, and now bouldering, like you always go all out into those, and I respect that so much. That takes that. Grit and also like dedication. I respect you so much for that. I'll say that.
Anyone who's passionate in what they do gets me going too. I love seeing anyone being passionate about any topic, even if it's a topic I don't really care about. Just the passion that I see in them is I love it. You start talking to someone I'm just
smiling. Like you probably noticed me. I was smiling all the time. I'm like, Dad, like he's really into boulder.
But it's great. I'll talk to someone new, and they'll be passionate about some subject, and I just want to keep them talking about that subject, because you see their face light up. They're just like constantly smiling while they're talking about that topic, and you just see them at the. At such the best light.
Sharing what you love to somebody and then realizing that they accept who you are for it is one of the greatest feeling ever. So that's why when someone shares me with their passion, I listen closely and I smile. I'm like, you do you, man. Even if I not say don't care is not the right word. Like even if I don't understand anything, I'm like, just let him talk.
There's something it's just you're just drawn to them. Because they're in that moment, they're like shining. Don't it's beautiful.
Don't cut the roots. Don't cut their passion.
Right.
So what's next for bouldering? Like I noticed that you start going out to the wilderness. Well, obviously you can't do that now with well, maybe you could do that during the
there's
winter.
some people that are still going to Val David and Morin Heights and doing bouldering outdoors when it's -9 and stuff. They're crazy in my head. But that's me today saying that. Who knows
Tomorrow
if I'm still saying that in a few years from now. But the colder it gets out, the colder the rocks are, apparently the better your grip is on them.
Yeah, but you have to use your head. Like you can't wear gloves, right?
Right. No. So between attempts, they'll put like jackets on, all kinds of layers, and they'll keep themselves warm. And then once they've gotten their like heart rate back down, they'll do another attempt on their project. And yeah, they're crazy. But I think the best time to go is probably spring or fall. You don't want it to be hot and humid like midsummer.
I think you went midsummer.
I still did though. I still did. Yeah, it wasn't perfect though, but it was just so.
The
fun.
end game. Should I expect you to be in like I don't know if you've seen those Tom Cruise movies. Like one of them, he's like climbing. Okay.
Yeah. No, that's so. Yeah, that's so Hollywood. That's so crazy. I love it. I love how they're finally putting climbing in all kinds of movies and all that. Outdoor bouldering is a lot of fun. It's very, very hard because the rocks are sharp, as you can imagine, and your skin really takes a toll. But it's just another what's okay. The difference between indoor bouldering and outdoor bouldering is that indoor boulders will get reset every month and a half sometimes, or every 2 weeks, depending on the gym. They'll have problems on these walls, and they'll keep them on those walls for a month or so. And then they'll reset them. They'll put brand new problems for people so that you don't get like bored, for example.
Okay. I thought you were gonna say they replace the rocks because they get worn out or something. But they practically like.
No, yeah, they have they clean them out. They pressure wash them and all that. But that's separate from like they change the problems on the walls. And so 2 weeks later, if you go to the same gym, a wall that had a certain problem is completely changed. Yeah, so you have a whole new problem to work on now. And
I can see you like having fun designing those new courses.
I would love that.
Every
yeah,
month.
We call them route setters. The people who actually make these problems, and I think they have the coolest job, man.
I wonder how they do it. Like, I'm guessing they do a test run themselves and.
Yeah. Yeah, they and then they'll adjust the distance between different holds, or like which holds to put so that it's the problem they had in their mind.
Now you're getting to my world. This is game designing.
Yeah, there you go. And they'll do quality assurance too. So they'll set their problem. They'll think that it's good, and they'll have a certain grading in mind. So there's gradings from V0 to typically V10 in indoor bouldering gyms.
10 being the hardest?
10 being typically the hardest in gyms. Some gyms go up to 13, but it's a little rare. And so he'll set a problem. He'll be like, okay, I think it's a V6 problem. And then he'll have his other route setter friends try it out right after. And they're like, okay, yeah, I think you did a pretty good job with it. This is pretty much a V6 boulder. Or they're like, whoa, what? You're crazy. This is really hard. This is actually like V7, V8. Or yeah, so they do that kind of quality assurance, and they'll adjust it if they want to, or they'll just change it to whatever grade. Yeah, it's interesting like that. But that's the problem with indoor bouldering. Those boulders are temporary. When you go to outdoor boulders, those problems are there, and they're there forever.
But wouldn't that be boring, like you just said?
Well, there are so many rocks out there, sir. you don't need to worry about that because there's just so many problems outside.
And I'm guessing you have a community where they tag all the different
there's
rocks,
guidebooks,
right?
Yeah, guidebooks, and Val David specifically is the one that I've been going to the most. They have a day pass for like their hiking, and they have a day pass for their bouldering, because there's this area where there's these rocks that have names and then there's different boulder problems on them, and they upkeep them, and they keep them clean, for example, for the boulders. So the cost to boulder there is a little more than the hiking pass cost.
Wow.
Yeah, I had no idea, but it makes sense because it's a little more work for them, because not only do they have to keep the trails going to the rocks like clear, but they have to keep the rocks pretty clean too, of like any moss or foliage or whatever that goes on them. They clear them off for you, and through every day throughout the year.
Oh,
Yeah.
I totally thought you just went in there and found a random rock.
No, well, that's what I thought too. But there's so much more to it, and there's these guidebooks.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
and I'm guessing they would say, oh, okay, Newsha is at this from 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. and stuff like that, or how does it work?
Oh,
when you have multiple people in the same park, in the same forest.
Oh no, we sometimes we'll be 50 people there. Sometimes we'll just be like 2, and it just depends who's coming, signing up, and paying for the pass that day. Yeah, sometimes we'll be like 10 people working on the same rock, and we're all working on it together, because it really is a puzzle. So we're trying to figure out, when should I be holding what crack or edge on the rock, what position should my body be in, and we're talking about it all together. But those problems are there forever, man. I think my favorite story so far in Val David was, I was working on this problem. It was V4 boulder. It was fairly easy for outdoor boulder. It was my second session on it. I've worked on it for 5 hours, and I'm still working to get on it, to finish it. And this random guy just walks by, and he didn't have any climbing gear on him. He had regular shoes on, regular clothes. Like, he was just on a hike. He just passes by. He sees me working on it. He's like, "Hey, you mind if I work on, try it out?" I'm like, "Yeah, go ahead." He takes his shoes off. We have climbing shoes, by the way. We have climbing shoes. He's barefoot now. He takes his jacket off, his shoes off, and he starts climbing the problem. And does he not finish it in one try, not warmed up, maybe just from his hike? And he made it look like a joke. I'm like, "Who are you?" What?
I live in this forest, in case you didn't know.
And the punchline was that he said, "Oh, I did this problem 8 years ago."
Wow.
That blew my mind. That's the moment when I realized that outdoor bouldering is the end goal for bouldering. When you start indoors, you really want to take it outdoors at some point, because those problems are eternal. Virtually, they some problems unfortunately get damaged over the years. Outdoors, you can't do anything about it, unfortunately. But they're as eternal as it gets, though. This guy did this problem I worked on today 8 years ago. Blows my mind.
That's me, you one day, Newsha.
I hope so. I just want to go on a stroll in Val David and just walk by boulders I've been working on for like 10 years.
Yeah.
And just see people work on them now. And
you whippersnappers. Let me show you.
Yeah, let me show you.
but yeah, long beard. I'm like, yes. This is how you do it.
So yeah, I was mind blown, man. And there's boulders like that all over the world.
Yeah, I'm guessing you're gonna travel at some point to try rocks from all over the world.
Europe, especially. They have anywhere. Asia, Australia, in Africa. There's some too. In you name it. It's just big. I think especially in Europe, it's huge. In France, I'm thinking, and in the UK. I think that's a crazy part with bouldering. So yeah, outdoor bouldering is now. So now that who knows in a few years, but now that it's too cold, and I'm stuck doing indoor bouldering, I'm really in the back of my head training throughout the winter to get better for outdoor bouldering in spring, summer, fall. Yeah.
But you know what you'll do in the future? Summer you do it here, and then during winter you travel to a warmer country. To do it.
Yeah, that's I think that's a goal now. Yeah.
Damn. Yo, when you open that whatever gym, even though I don't climb, I'll be one of the first to say hi.
I would love to have you come. I'd be so happy, man, to see to have childhood friend of mine come and see like what I've
I
built.
don't know if you remember, we visited your restaurant like not when you took, maybe when as you took, I think it was open for a while, but when you took over, we visited you like first week or second week. Yeah. Unfortunately, it's way too far from me, so I haven't been since.
That's all right. Yeah, it's Saint-Laurent. Yeah, are you where are you right? You're still in
I'm still in Saint-Michel.
Yeah.
Which is so it would take me an hour and
that's
30
far.
minutes-ish.
You're all the way.
Yeah, unless you go to the what's the other one again? Remember?
Pigeon Cafe, Saint-Laurent.
Oh, it's not even same. It's not even Notre-Dame.
No, yeah. So Notre-Boeuf de Grace and Pigeon Cafe are part of this. It's the same franchisor. He has an umbrella company that owns different restaurants. Yeah, Notre-Boeuf de Grace, Pigeon Cafe, Hang Time Pizza.
But you and Dad, you own two Notre-Boeuf, or you own one Notre-Boeuf
and one Pigeon Cafe, and they're right next to each other. There's just a wall in between them.
Oh, so they're at the same place.
Yeah, same place.
Oh, okay.
And that's what makes my life so easy. I just walk from one to the other every 30 minutes every day. I'm checking on both my businesses like
that's cool.
Like really easily. I
don't know why, but like, when you said you had two, I thought it was like they're two different places. That's why I was okay. Yeah. I don't know if you knew this, but then I don't know anymore. I'm not up to date, but in downtown, it's basically that for most of downtown for Asian restaurants. It's the same owner.
Yeah. That's the thing. Yeah, they own a lot of like a whole block sometimes.
Yeah. Like all the sushi and whatever place, they're all owned by the same. And here's a scoop for people that didn't know. I forgot the name, so I'm sorry. There was one big sushi / buffet restaurant. Suddenly it got cut into half. That's because the co-owners got the dispute, so they decided to cut it to half, and so it became two different sushi places.
Is it sushi like Crescent and all that?
I forgot the name, but it's in downtown. It's in the middle of downtown. So for people that know, like there was one big sushi restaurant that got cut into half suddenly. That's the reason why.
Okay. Yeah, that happens.
Yeah. For people that know, I was in the restaurant business for a while too. Well, helping family and.
It's still going on though, right? Like
separate part. Like I was with my cousin for during my student days. I was working for my cousin's restaurant, and now my aunt's she still got the big business going, and I help out like for food festivals and stuff. I don't actually work. I help out during food festivals. Yeah, because they're like, I'm like the perfect candidate. It's like, okay, who's Chinese? Who can speak Chinese so who can communicate with us? 1, 2, who can speak English and French, who can communicate with the clients, and 3, who has experienced business, restaurant business, restaurant experience, right? And 4, who's only willing to work for us for a weekend and not get hired. So they grabbed me out of retirement because I was retired for a while. And I remember I was always thinking that I when I go to those places and some of the workers, some of my actual workers are asking me, like, so where are you coming from? I was like. It's like, what do you do? I was like, I make video games. He's like, what are you doing here? Like, you can pay way more than us. I'm like, well, 1, it's family. So, and 2, and it's like, okay, it keeps me grounded. It keeps me like, remember, like, hey, there's a lot of people here working super hard to get like way less than you. So remember where you come from. Yeah. I came from the same place, right? I was getting paid minimum for doing all these, and like, don't take things for granted. Yeah. That's my other angle. These people work for their dollars.
They work hard.
You've always been busy, but if you come to those food fests, like I'm the hell. I do a lot of stuff, and I can basically do the job of 2 or 3 people because I'm like
if you're efficient, you know what you're doing.
Yeah, because I'm gonna boast myself, but I was pretty good in the restaurant business. I move fast, and despite my science, I move fast and I think fast. Yeah.
No, exactly.
Yeah. I don't mind doing this for a couple of times during summer. It's fun.
No, great. Yeah. And how is it going now? Their business?
It's great.
Yeah, good.
It's great. Yeah. I mean, we're one of the most well-known dim sum places in Montreal. So.
Yeah, good.
Yeah. If you go into the restaurant, there's a wall of pictures. There's a lot of celebrities that came by.
Oh,
there. Yeah,
wow.
So we're one of them.
One of those places. I love that.
Yeah. Anyways, what were we talking about? Why were we talking about restaurant business?
What?
Yeah. You have your two places. So I didn't even know about Pigeon Cafe.
It's
I'm guessing it's a cafe.
Yeah, Mediterranean cuisine and specialty coffee and a full bar.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's
Okay,
a whole.
I thought it was just a cafe.
Yeah, that's the problem with the name. It sounds like it's just a cafe, and then people come in and they're like, this is awfully big for a cafe.
This is not cozy at all.
We have 120 seats.
What?
It's a really big restaurant. It's a little bigger than Notre-Boeuf de Grace, actually.
Yeah, because I remember Notre-Boeuf was
100
huge.
seats. Yeah.
Wow.
100 seats. This is without the terrace I'm talking, by the way. With the terrace, they each have 140 to 170 seats.
And for the listeners, also for me, like Notre
Boeuf de Grace.
I only want to say Notre Dame because
Notre-Dame de Boeuf, I hear a lot. Yeah.
Notre-Boeuf de Grace, that's more of a fast food burger special
gourmet burgers, beers, cocktails. Yeah.
We went there. It was pretty good. It was what I would call comfort food.
Comfort food is a
it's
good.
Heavy.
Yeah. It'll fill you up, and it's really high quality meat. We use the best beef, chicken, you name it. We have fish and chips. We have really good poutine. Our gravy is amazing, and it's vegetarian too, so pretty much anyone can have it. We don't use like a chicken broth or beef broth like some places do.
You asked me about my business. How are your business doing?
Pretty good. You know what? COVID sucked. But
yeah, how was COVID? Like, how did you guys do? Because for for all our I keep saying my restaurant, but I have no stakes in there. Okay, just to be clear, for our family restaurants, they were doing well in the delivery front. Yeah, obviously. Yeah, exactly. So they were fine for the most part. Takeouts, deliveries. Yeah. I don't know. How about you guys?
So we, of course, we panicked at first when they first did like the masks and like half capacity restaurant.
Don't forget, there was a period where you were not even allowed to open.
Yeah, we couldn't even open. It was nuts. We really owe it to all our regulars. If our regulars weren't just the sweetest and like nicest people, they kept coming to order takeout or delivery through Uber Eats and all that. We were like a takeout factory during COVID. We just we were packing so many orders.
Yeah,
and
same.
So we, I think, regulars saved us, and I'm not gonna lie, the government really saved us too. The subsidies that they gave businesses, essential businesses, to keep running, and they paid for a portion of the labor cost as well. It was a lot of work.
How many employees in your just Notre-Boeuf?
During COVID or now?
During COVID, I guess.
Oh, during COVID?
Or I guess just before COVID. I don't know if you had to lay off some people.
Oh, I did, yeah. Okay. I had to, yeah, exactly. We had to lay off pretty much almost everyone except for the essential few that we needed just to run the business. And we thought we would break even only if we were really smart about it. But with the government subsidies, we were actually able to have a little bit of profit actually during the COVID years, and we were shocked. We would really like to thank the government properly for this. I know a lot of people give them a lot of shit, but like the government definitely came in clutch during COVID. If a business lived, they were in our case we were able to even turn a little profit. I was shocked. But yeah, we went from having around 40 employees, for example, at Notre-Boeuf de Grace, down to like 7.
Damn.
Yeah. And that's counting me and my dad and our manager at the time.
Yeah. And how many are you guys now?
Now, Notre-Boeuf still has around 35 to 40 employees. Okay. And we're back at like normal numbers. And Pigeon Cafe has around the same number of employees. Okay. And there's some, because they're right next to each other, there's some overlap. I have some of my staff working on both sides. Okay. So on paper, I have 35 to 40 employees on both sides, each side. But really, it's just like maybe 60 employees or something. Yeah, because of the overlap.
And how long did it take you guys to get back to normal?
Back to normal?
Like a dining room a la carte.
Oh, I'd say 2022. late 2022.
Okay,
I think.
So that's when the vaccine started, or
No, vaccine started
end 2022.
Because 2020 March was when it really like hit COVID.
Yeah.
When did the vaccine start? 2 years later? No.
End of 2021, I think.
Probably.
That would make sense.
Yeah. And then late 2022 I think is when our sales started being like
basically when you could go full capacity again.
And pretty much.
Did you get a feeling where that a lot of people were not comfortable coming in just because they were afraid of it?
Yeah. And we're kind of back to normal now, but there's still people with masks randomly. Fair. And like it's I don't blame them. We got we all got like scared really, really bad by this COVID stuff. So you still have people coming in with masks. It's never gonna be back to perfectly normal. Yeah.
I mean, now it's like kind of like another flu. I feel like.
Yeah.
Go take your flu shot every year.
Yeah.
It feels like that now.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. It feels like that. That's for sure.
Okay.
Nothing really changed though, right? That's a interesting part.
If anything, it taught some people to enjoy life more. You never like in our case, both in our case, we basically lost our prime years.
Yeah, if you think about unfortunately.
Right. Yeah. So if anything, I think that happened, but not right now. It's like it feels like but I'm glad you're doing well. I'm glad you're back active. You went further. You expanded. Yeah. Essentially expanded. Yeah. Any thought like why did you guys decide to open Pigeon Cafe?
Two reasons. We were at a point where we definitely had money to put down again for another business, but next door to us, so it used to be a Shekora. Next to Notre-Boeuf de Grace.
What's a Shekora?
Shekora is a brunch restaurant.
Shekora.
Yeah. So Shekora closed down sometime during COVID, and that place was vacant for a good year, I'd say. And during that time, the landlord was having people visit it. What was it? A few restaurants that if they took that spot would have been quite the competition for Notre-Boeuf de Grace. And that we were like, no, I don't want like Dunn's Famous or like Le Gros Luxe or whatever taking that spot. Yeah. They have very similar food. So knowing that Pigeon Cafe is within the same franchisor's umbrella company, and he was looking to expand too and open some more locations for Pigeon Cafe. He only had one location at the time open in Monkland. We decided, okay, we'll open a Pigeon Cafe. We'll just be competing against ourselves that way. And we just increase our total sales. Yeah. That's how I see it. Mm-hmm. I see it as if I have two rents, but it's really just one big rent in a sense, or like two revenues. It's one big revenue. Yeah.
I think I know the answer, but is there a reason why instead you didn't think of just expanding Notre-Boeuf to take over?
Not enough business for just Notre-Boeuf to need all that space. Okay. Definitely. Especially after COVID, in fact.
But you felt COVID, like having a different branding would attract a different audience, different clientele.
Yeah, Notre-Boeuf de Grace gets a lot of the engineers in that area, all of the blue collar workers mainly. So they like to eat big meals, drink beer, that vibe. And then Pigeon Cafe opened, so it's Mediterranean cuisine. It's really floral. It's super cute for like first dates. And and all that stuff. Yeah, it's super aesthetic. It's definitely that trendy spot, especially in Saint-Laurent. We don't have any other spots like that. Yeah. All the people in Bois-Franc, Ville St-Laurent, and the people who I'd say white collar workers, so people in suits come for their lunches there instead. So we have two different clienteles, but there is still some overlap.
And I can imagine it's sort of fun for you too to like have a different mindset and different ideas for each of them. Like I can totally see that being super fun too.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's just special. It's a complete different world from one side to the other, and I'm just a 2-second walk between the two.
And do you have to change like
my mentality? Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Hell yeah. Even the way I talk to customers. It's different. Like I have to be a little more soft spoken at Pigeon Cafe, and a little I don't know. It's just and then Notre-Boeuf de Grace, I could be a little more like my typical guy way with them, and it's just different people, different vibes. But all in all, it's fun.
Okay. At least you're enjoying the supposedly my money maker your money maker thing. I remember, I think it was not this summer, but the summer before we met at Otakuton. Unfortunately, because we're so busy, that's the only time we meet, like one time per year at Otakuton. But you didn't come this summer. I was sad.
Yeah, I was sad too. Oh man.
I remember you telling me, like, hey, I'm at a point where like I can hire somebody to do my job and I can have more free time doing my own things. Is that still the case, or because I don't know if you got Pigeon Cafe back then, but you feels like you got back to being super busy. So did you take back over some responsibilities? Like what happened there?
You know what? Well, I am very busy, but not just because of work. I'm like going back to bouldering. When I train bouldering, I do 4 or 5 sessions per week.
That's insane.
And I'm training for 4 hours a session, maybe 5 hours. I'll be there from 6 p.m. to 11 p.m.
6 p.m. 11 p.m.
Yeah, it's but I take it so seriously because I feel like I have a lot of catching up to do because I'm 30 years old now. If I was 17 doing bouldering, I'd be even better now with half the sessions, half the length sessions too. At 30 years old, I feel it already. Like I'm doing great, but it's just not the same. My shoulders aren't what they used to be. My back,
This is depressing seeing you say this.
Yeah.
Because again, like I said, in high school, you were like one of my like ideal like sports guy.
Man, so. Yeah, I'm sorry to say, but like, I mean, I'm doing pretty good. For any of the audience that might know some of bouldering, I'm a V8 climber. I'm projecting V9 grade boulders now, which is advanced. That's advanced level. It's not elite. It's not anything that it's not a level where I could do national competitions, but I could try local competitions at this level finally. But at 30, like this is like my progress is slow. Yeah.
Hey, you can do it. You're putting a lot of effort into it.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna get to the point where I could try for nationals. It'll take longer than it. But yeah, I'm putting in the time, man. 4 to 5 hour sessions, 4 to 5 times a week.
Yeah.
I would do more if my body could take it, but I need the rest time.
So essentially, how many hours do you work in the restaurants per week?
I'm doing, I'd say a solid 55 hours per week. Yeah. Which isn't crazy for a restaurant.
Yeah, I know. Yes.
You would know. I think some of your family might be doing a good 70 to 75 hours, which is what I used to do. Yeah.
Yeah. So a lot of people don't realize this, but when they think about restaurant workers, they think, oh, from opening to closing hours. No, add like 4 or 5 extra hours into that, right? Yeah. I don't know when you guys open, but like because we open one of the restaurants and we used to have a restaurant on Montreal. Like we open at 10, 11.
Right. Yeah, that makes sense. Right.
I'm gonna talk about my dad because he used to be a co-owner until he sold it because he couldn't do it at his age. Like a restaurant opened around 10, 11. He would go out at around 7, 8 to go to the warehouses to go buy the freshest products for the day.
Yeah.
7, 8. So that means he has to wake up around 6.
Yeah.
And then he has to go to the restaurant, prep everything so that at 10, 11, if a client comes in, they're ready to get their food. And then closing, we close at 11 p.m.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I was at closing always. I work the weekends as part-timer. Anyway, all that to say is like
it was just so much. Yeah, it is.
And also we did 7 days per week.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it wouldn't work money wise. So that's why I'm happy to hear that you get so much time to do everything else.
Finally, I have proper people in the kitchen that I can delegate responsibility to, And even on the front of house staff, I have people I can really trust as well. They really they work hard, they care, and I can tell they genuinely care. They're not they're they're just bright people in their souls too. They're not. I think the word is, they're authentic or genuine. Yeah, those two words come to mind.
That's always nice.
Yeah, they're. Nice. So, I'm at the restaurant 6 days a week, if not 7, all year round. If I'm not surrounded by pleasant people, it just makes those 6-7 days feel like my week.
Yeah, don't. 7 days long. And listeners, don't forget, like restaurants, we work when you're on vacation because that's when we get the most money.
Yeah, that's right. Labor Day, Thanksgiving, holidays is,
and those are usually our hardest days because we get a lot of people.
December really tested me.
Yeah, I don't know about you, but like for Christmas, I know for Christmas is not that good actually. For New Year's, one of our restaurant, like people left at like 4 a.m. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
No, that's crazy. Well, we tend to leave late if we have private events, but not 4 a.m. Like 2 a.m., 2:30
What
a.m.
are your? I forgot. What are your hours?
We're usually closed at 10, 11 p.m. too. Yeah, that's our usual hours.
When you open?
Notre-Boeuf de Grace opens at 11 a.m., but Pigeon Cafe opens at 8 a.m.
Yeah, which makes sense.
Yeah.
It's a cafe.
Yeah, that one's.
But they both close at 11.
Yeah,
which makes sense. Yeah. You're right next door.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
The holiday period for especially Pigeon Cafe, we had so many private events for like companies that usually come for their lunches throughout the year. They're like, okay, we'll do our company end of year party with you guys, and we you have
a good spot because you're on the Trans Canada area, and there's like a couple of big businesses there.
Bombardier, Valsoft, CAE. Air Canada, all these big companies, Magna Steel, you name it, they're all our regulars. We know them so well. They know us really well. They come for lunch all the time, and then for dinner they come with their families. And then some of the higher ups are also our regulars, so they're like, okay, we'll do our end of year party with you. So either it'll be a private event or it'll just be like a large reservation of like 30 people, and it's just this long table taking the pretty much the length of the dining room.
That's cool. That's
really cool. Yeah,
that's cool.
Yeah, that was December for us. Yeah,
I should come try it.
Definitely come to Pigeon Cafe. I think you'll love it. And it's like a Mediterranean like take on brunch early in the day. So
okay, but are you one of those places where brunch have to wait like 2 hours to get in?
No. Well, not anymore. Before COVID we had lineups, but that doesn't exist anymore in our restaurant, at least.
Okay.
We don't have lineups anymore. We'll pack up, but we won't have a lineup too, which is a little sad.
Can we make reservations?
You can make reservations.
Okay, yes. Yes, I like you guys.
Yeah, both sides, whichever restaurant. And I think reservations are really important. We can afford to do reservations because we're organized. First of all, I don't understand the restaurants that don't do reservations, but yeah, we have a big parking lot, so that helps a lot. Huge parking lot. Yep. It's there's a Walmart near us, so their parking lot's huge too. So if there's no space right in front of us, which I think you could fit already like 100, 200 people in a parking lot in front of us.
That's a great space.
We're lucky. But there's all of that Walmart parking lot.
Are you allowed to? You know, don't spill the secrets.
So we got lucky with that, yeah. We have no parking problems. Yeah. And it's free parking too. It's not like those malls that now you got to pay after like a few hours or something.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, we got lucky. With that.
If I come in front of your restaurants, and I want to eat at one place, which one? I know they're both your babies, but is it Pigeon Cafe or Notre? Like, assuming I never tried Notre-Boeuf.
Well, I own both, right? I like eating at Notre-Boeuf de Grace, but I like chilling at Pigeon Cafe. So
you know what I should do? I'll go inside Pigeon Cafe. I'm like, can I order that?
Yeah, that's right. Can you bring my meal to Pigeon Cafe? Yeah, basically what the vibe is. The vibe difference is so different, right? But I love the food at Notre-Boeuf de Grace. It fills you up. Yeah.
I remember we went there last time. Plus, also you were being super nice, so you kept like giving us like extra free food. I'm like Newsha. I think we were like 4, 5, or 6, something like that, and you just kept bringing me more food.
I get so happy when any friend or family comes to the restaurant. I'm always worried when I tell friends or whatever to come to my restaurants, because I'm worried they think I'm just trying to advertise it and like make them like support my business.
If anything, because I know that's how I would feel. I would feel by coming to your place, because I don't want you to keep feeding me for free.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna get. Right? They just come. They're like, okay, well, he wants me to support his business. They end up leaving with a free meal and drinks. I rarely charge my friends. I don't know. I just love
there you go. If you're Newsha's friend list, go to this restaurant.
Come to my restaurant. You're gonna get a free meal and you get to see your old friend.
I will come try Pigeon Cafe eventually, because Mario and wife, they moved around there, that place.
That's wonderful.
Yeah, so
that's so perfect. I'm gonna mess.
I would say I don't think we're that close to your place, but it's on Couverture. It's
okay.
There. Yeah.
No, good. He should be like 5-10 minutes away then.
By car, probably, yeah.
By car, yeah.
But his neighborhood is really hard to get into, like if you don't have a car.
Oh,
I forget what it's called, but it's a big housing area.
Okay.
Yeah. So you're there every day except for Sunday, basically.
Now, finally, I'm taking Sundays off. Okay. Yeah, I put a little more staff, people that have good heads on their shoulders, and I could take Sundays off finally.
Okay. Well, I'll text you if I'm in the corner. Cool. All right.
And if you can only make it Sundays, I'll go, man. I'll go.
Look at this VIP service. Yeah. I like this. Oh, jeez. I really miss you, man. It's nice to talk to you a little bit here today.
Yeah, no, I had a great time, man. I wish I could ask you more questions about you. But
No. I already did a little bit too much. I felt bad because I don't want to make this show about me.
You should have an episode where it's just about you.
Don't worry.
I'll be the one to ask the question. I would do it, man. If you're down, I'll do it. Yeah, I'll pick a Sunday, man. Will be David Liu's story.
Here's a scoop. We were checking out places we could do this show, and you pitch your restaurants. But I don't know if you just didn't understand.
I didn't realize.
I don't know if you didn't understand the production of this, but like, setup. I'm like, I can't be there during business hours, you know.
That's so funny.
And then we're like, wait, maybe we could do it before opening. I'm like, well, dude, I know how restaurant business work. Your workers will be there like 2 hours before this. It's not gonna work.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we would have to be there like at 5 a.m., which I'm down, by the way. If you want to do a podcast at 5 a.m.
Man, we'll see for next time. But I wouldn't want you to like lug all your stuff in there, and
that's fine.
Yeah. You already did.
I already did
this.
Here. Yeah.
Okay.
I think what would be ideal is, I don't know if you ever close. If you close, then we could do something in there.
Oh, like after 11 p.m. Yeah.
Yeah, but you're like, again, when you say you close at 11 p.m.,
you
still have people there like working in the kitchen until like maybe 12, 1.
Yeah, that's true.
But aren't you close during like? Oh no, but when you close, like you're probably busy doing something.
Yeah.
Is there anything I want to talk about before I move on to the next session? Piano. Talk to me about piano. What are you still composing?
Oh, well, I play once or twice a week now. I've been keeping up my piano skills, but I haven't composed in like at least half a year or a year. Yeah.
You make it sound like it's been a long time.
It is a long time. But there was a time when I was composing like weekly.
Yeah. I remember I was a big fan. Well, I am a big fan of your stuff.
I
felt so bad because I wanted to use one of your pieces for one of the games I was working on, like on the side. No, it did end up being it wasn't the school project.
Yes,
it was in and out. It ended up being in there. But I was thinking like if I ever make another game, like definitely I want to come see you, but
I'd love that.
I think I've been pretty open with this. I'm not allowed to work on games because of my contract situation. That's why I had a game coming at some point, but I had to cancel it.
Yeah.
But anyway, where'd you get any inspiration to compose?
Compose? Oh, just within. From even back
Are you?
when.
Are you?
Yeah.
I remember you cannot read.
Oh
music
yeah,
sheets.
no, I can barely read music. Yeah. This is
that's so fascinating.
Teachers tried to teach me. I would still just try and memorize the song after I've read it, which would take me like an hour versus someone who'd take like 10 minutes. Yeah. And I just memorize it and just pretend like I was reading the.
Is that a good thing? Like
I don't know. I don't know, but
or listeners, any pianists here, let me know if it was a good or bad thing, and then yell at Newsha for never learning how to read music sheets.
Yeah, no, but no, I've been composing even back when I was playing the violin when I was like really young, early elementary school. I played the violin for maybe 3 years. I was composing music on it too. But then the piano, I just kept composing. It was within like, yeah, I don't know.
All right. We're gonna move on to rapid fire questions.
Sure. Yeah.
If we were to write a book about you, what would be its title, or a movie, whichever you prefer?
Oh, it would have something to do with passion. Something with passion. The title would probably be following your dreams. That's so corny. It would.
It's one of those things that it's corny. You find it corny, but I feel like people lose sight of it as they get older, and I think it should be the opposite. Like, hey, don't forget you had a big drive for this.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I get it, adulthood and so on and so forth, but I don't know. There's a reason why people were telling you this. Yeah, that's my opinion. What's the number one thing people should order at your restaurant? Well, since you have 2 restaurants, what should they order at? If they can only order one thing, if they go to Notre-Boeuf and then go to Pigeon Cafe, what would be the one thing they should order for each of those restaurants? At
Notre-Boeuf, you know what? There's the biblical brie burger. Yeah, it's so yeah, we have like these biblical names because Notre-Boeuf de Grace. Yeah,
I don't remember because I think when we went to a restaurant, you just gave us food, so I don't even think I look at it.
Probably yeah. No, we the biblical brie is it's an challah buns, so it's like egg-based buns, so they're a little sweet. 6-ounce beef patty that we grind fresh every day, arugula, spicy mayo, bacon, dates. It is. I'm drooling, people. It is delicious. It is spicy, sweet, and a little salty because of the bacon. It is so gourmet. I love it. The biblical brie is the one.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. What about that Pigeon Cafe?
At Pigeon Cafe, honestly, it has to be a brunch menu item because we have like that Mediterranean twist on brunch items, and they're all pretty special. So I think that well, you know what, you said one item, so one item to pick. I'd say the Sabiche Benedict. So it's an eggs Benedict, but with a twist, and it's good.
Okay, I'm gonna order that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go there. Favorite anime? Has it changed? Because I remember your one from high school.
Yeah.
Do you remember when it was in high school?
Clannad.
There you go.
The second season. Made me cry so much.
You made me watch it. I cried so hard every episode.
When I met Emily, a few years after having watched the anime, she was the Nagisa to my Tomoya.
Has she watched it?
She did. She did. She rewatched it with me too, and it's just an amazing anime. Okay. Yeah.
Is that still your favorite?
Maybe just because of the nostalgia. I think do
you still have time to watch? Do you still watch anime?
You know what? I just watched what anime did I just watch?
Dan Dan Dan. That's the one.
I didn't watch Dan Dan Dan. Oh, but I still watch Once in a Blue Moon. Yeah.
Okay.
Once in a blue moon, there's something I'll watch.
Which this just reminded me, like, one of the animes you were super hooked and told me to watch, and I didn't get into it, was Dog Days. Remember that?
Dog Days. Oh.
Which is I watched 2 episodes. 2 episodes, which is like some human/animal people. They were doing acrobatic tournaments.
Oh.
And then when I watched it back then, I was like, oh yeah, because he's super sporty. But if you think about it, it's like, oh, maybe that's where the climbing thing comes from too.
Oh, could be. But I'd say nowadays Solo Leveling is my favorite anime.
Okay.
I think because I see life as if we're video game characters and we have stats. 100% we have stats we're trying to like increase to its max potential.
Okay.
Yeah.
How's the anime?
Really good.
Okay.
If you read the manhwa, because it's Korean.
Yeah, I'm reading the manhwa. That's why.
Yeah.
I have not started anime.
Oh, it's great, man. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Favorite ice cream flavor?
Pistachio.
Wow, that was a quick one.
Yeah. Love it.
Any reason, like, where did this come from?
I'm Persian. We love pistachios. That's it.
Okay. Favorite food?
Favorite food? Sushi.
Sushi. Oh, okay. That's a twist.
Love sushi.
You got me. All right, that's it for rapid fire questions.
Oh, this is great, man.
We're not done.
Oh, yeah?
I have one more thing for you.
Oh, sure.
So, for every single guest in my inaugural season, to thank them for being part of my my start of doing all this, for your support, basically, in your time, I've got a gift for you all.
No.
So I'm gonna take it out of my bag.
Yeah.
And then whenever you're ready, you're gonna flip it, and I want your live reaction to this.
Okay. Do I take it or?
Yeah, take it.
Yeah. I flip it this way to earn me.
Like this.
Yeah. No way. No. That's me on the left, and that's you.
Yes.
That's crazy. That really does look like us. That's really cool, man. Wow.
So I don't know if you see, it's a little bit small, but apparently on your shirt, do you see what it says?
No.
No climb.
No climb. No
okay,
gain.
So, no claim. So apparently that's a well-known quote in the bouldering like community.
Oh, really?
That's what the artist told me. So I'm like, oh really? And he showed me like the not the meme, but he showed me the graph of it. I was like, okay, well you can put it in there, sure.
Could be.
No climb, no claim. Apparently that's the thing.
I'm still pretty new to the sport. Just a year and a half in.
That's crazy.
So yeah.
Like when you remind me, it's only been a year.
So I'm sure I'm gonna hear it somewhere. Yeah.
Ask your friends. Ask your climber friends. See if it's a real thing. If not, I'll yell at the artist.
Oh, this is cool. This is really nice. I'm gonna frame this and put it up in my house.
There you go.
Wow.
And yes, that's me, and we're chatting around the fireplace. Basically, that's the idea of it.
Wow, this is perfect.
There you go.
You couldn't have done a better, given a better gift. Okay, Thank you so much.
I thought you were gonna say you couldn't have done a better job. I didn't draw this. I didn't suddenly become an artist. I'm sorry. One thing I wish I could have done though.
Oh, that's cool, man. Thank you so much.
No, thank you for coming. Honestly, that's again, like I said, that's why I made a gift for everybody, because thank you for your support for coming and do this.
I'm telling you, we got to do that episode where I'm asking you questions. I'm so ready. I'm sure that your listeners would love that.
Yeah, I got a couple of requests, and I'm from the other guests, and like, hey, we should talk about you. I'm like, maybe later.
I want to be the guy to do it, man.
Okay, sure. Here's the business side. I mean, you're a businessman. You can think about this. Here's the business side of this. Not saying I'm making this. I'm doing this for money. I'm not making any profit out of this, obviously.
Not yet.
Like,
who knows?
My episode should totally be like a milestone episode, to attract. I don't know how many I'm gonna do this. Like,
right.
Maybe I'll aim at like 1,000 episodes, so I'll never reach it, so I don't have to do it. Okay.
1,000 episodes in, Newsha's here asking you questions.
No. Oh no. But also, like I said to another guest, I'm like, don't forget, like the format of this show means I need to have a new guest every episode. I do not have 1,000 friends. I'll tell you right away.
No, man. You'll make friends along the way, like Luffy in One Piece.
Like Luffy in One Piece. Are you still watching One Piece?
I'm not up to date, but I'm like 1,000 something episodes in.
Okay, I think we're 1,100 something. So
really? Yeah, I'm getting there. Yeah.
Okay. I love it. A lot of my guests I found out they're One Piece fans. I'm like, yeah.
Nice.
All right. So before we wrap up on this episode, anything you want to say to your audience? Like any plugs, any shout outs? Hi, Emily, by the way, if you're going to listen to this.
I think I like to bring this up to pretty much anyone, but just put all your effort, all of your love, all of your passion into whatever you love doing. And don't ever apologize to people for loving what you're doing and putting all of that time. Sometimes when you're doing something you love, just take that time to stop and look back. I just love doing something I love, and I stop and I just get so emotional because I'm doing the thing I love in that moment. And don't let that ever like go away in your life. Just take it in.
And don't let people tell you otherwise too. I think that's a big influence sometimes.
Just be unapologetically into that thing you love. That's it. That's all I want to tell anyone.
Don't want to promote your restaurants one more time?
Nah, man.
I'm gonna sell the restaurant next year anyway. Definitely, when you open that climbing space, I'm inviting you back. We're gonna talk about that.
Oh yeah.
I want to be I want to be the first one to announce it. No, don't have to wait for me. All right, thank you, Newsha.
Thanks, man.
And that's it for this episode of Tells to Tell. This is our inaugural NRSA pilot season for the show. If you like this podcast and would like to help keep the mics on, please consider following, subscribing to this show on your favorite podcast platforms and sharing with friends and family. Your support is greatly appreciated. You can find us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and YouTube. Also, if you look it up, Linktree, we do have you look at the Linktree at tellstotell, you will find every link that you need over there. And of course, if you have any feedback to help make the show better, please leave them in the comments section or reach out to us via social channels. Mainly, you can follow at tellstotell.podcast on Instagram to get updates and behind the scenes of this show. If you want to follow my personal adventures, find me at davidliu.17. As always, I hope you all stay safe and always be kind to each other. I'm your host, David Liu, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye!